Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD rocks.
Hail to the victors.
I thought it was. I saw one clip. I thought it was pretty classy. How the one player from Michigan, I forget,
Jordan Poole,
Poole, how he specifically sought out Sister Jean and had a nice thing to say to her.
Oh, that was pretty
after the
neat.
game.
Yeah.
You can see why that team rallies around her. She's just a likable woman.
It's a great rallying point.
Nun.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
How do you root against them?
How do you not rally around the nearly 100-year-old nun?
I thought it was funny seeing some former Spartans in attendance at that game wearing Loyola stuff, including Denzel Valentine, a very notorious Spartan who plays his pro ball in Chicago. He was there wearing Loyola gear, rooting against the maize and blue. I wonder what percentage of Spartan fans will root for Michigan tonight over Villanova. That is a real hatred. I think it's probably very few.
I think, yeah.
Because I always root for the conference.
Their hatred is much deeper for Michigan than I think Michigan fans are for Michigan State. It's kind of like Ohio State. Well, because as a Michigan fan growing up, I didn't grow up hating the Spartans. I wasn't a Spartans fan. But I didn't hate the Spartans. I hated Ohio State.
Yeah.
That's who I hated, and that's who I continue to hate to this day. You know, I can take or leave the Spartans. I don't,
I like Michigan State.
I root for Michigan. I root for them when they're not playing each other. But it doesn't break my heart as much as when Michigan loses or wins. But Michigan is there. I do think wearing Loyola stuff is kind of a bit of a classless move.
You do?
Yeah, kind of. Unless he's known to be like, I don't know him that well. Maybe he can pull it off being kind of funny about it. But if you're just being a D...
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, man.
No, it's lame, though. It's making it a little bit more about him than either of the teams. But
so the game tonight, a lot of people are saying Villanova is the Golden State Warriors of college basketball. Their firepower is just so ridiculous.
You mean
on
of
that
last
team.
year, right? Or the
yeah.
Not as good this year. But.
Well, maybe that's the case. But they are so good. Like the game I did with them.
They are good.
Their backup guard, Dante DiVincenzo, who might be the only Italian redheaded guy in the country who can dunk on putback jams. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just guessing. But he almost had a triple-double in the game I did. And then he doesn't start now that they're healthy again. Their big guys can shoot. Their small guys can post up. Jalen Brunson is a player of the year in a lot of categories. Their point guard, they're very good. I think Michigan will have to play close to perfect tonight to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Mo Wagner would join us for a moment to maybe talk about the game.
Yes, he would.
No, a lot of people commented that your mom, pretty sexy, a little milfy, came over from Germany to see the game. I know she fits into Justin's category. Justin likes moms.
Yeah. She, it can be a little bit distracting with my mother out there, but she's shaking her tata with, showing it off for everybody.
She's aged much better than your father. Your father looks like Hot Wings.
My father is a gruesome old man. There is no doubt he is ugly, just like Hot Wings. Whomever that is that you are speaking of, I don't know if it's a Hot Wings.
Mo Wagner with us.
He is very much too small of a human being.
Mo, you were on fire the other night, set a career high for rebounds, and you hit big shots. Your offensive rebounding kept the Wolverines in it when you trailed by 10. What do you do tonight against a team that's going to drag you outside with great shooting big men?
I am going to hide the socks, and I am going to eat lots of schnitzels. And then I am going to bring in the Oompa Band.
The Oompa Band?
Yes, the Oompa Band. They have, the Wolverine bands. They play the things that they play. I don't even know what they are. But then I'm going to have them do some Oompa stuff. I find, for me, that really fuels me, but the opponents find that to be very disorienting. When the bands are going oompa, 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 they don't know how to do that. And
sounds like a German club.
I'm rolling out the barrel. I'm having barrels of fun, and I am doing the slammy donkeys and whatnot, and it's pretty awesome.
If you win, will you join us again tomorrow?
No.
If you lose, will you join us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mo Wagner.
I will ease away.
Mo Wagner with us. Thank you, Mo. Good luck tonight.
Yep, hoopy doopy. Slama jama.
Hot Wings and I are in a weird situation. Well, Hot Wings isn't. Hot Wings, you're your interests are clearly aligned in our workplace pool. You and I believe 2 others.
Yes.
Actually 4 of us, me, you, and 2 others are tied for first place in the pool. Only one of the 4 of us can win. I picked Villanova to win the entire tournament. I had Michigan losing in the semifinal against Arizona. Obviously wrong about that. The other 3 people all have Michigan. So if Michigan wins tonight, obviously you're rooting for the Wolverines. And then you would have a chance to win the bracket pool based on total points.
It was not an excellent start for me this year in the bracket. But yes, I have slowly crawled my way back, thanks in large part to the fact that I had Michigan meeting Villanova in the finals.
That's a big deal.
Now, if you were to win this, in some offices and some places where they illegally bet, what would something like this potentially be worth?
Oh, I mean, I would have to imagine, based on the number of people, that if there was anything involved, it would probably be like $150 or something.
Maybe a little higher.
Although, maybe a little bit higher. I can't remember exactly, like what the lower people would get if I were the one planning it, which I'm not. But it would be something along those lines.
Interesting.
Now, if Villanova wins tonight, I would win.
Outright.
Yes.
You would win outright.
I don't want that to happen.
Because you're the only one there.
I would rather lose the money, which I don't have.
I will tell you this. I mean, one, I want Michigan to win because I'm a Michigan fan. Mostly, I want to win because I want to win this. But because it'll be a 3-way tie, then it comes down to points. Because you have to pick, if you're involved in something like that, you would have to pick what the final score point total would be, so that there's a tiebreaker. If I lose a tiebreaker to a person who doesn't work here or a guy who got let go several years ago, I'm going to be very upset.
Well, who is it? Hot Dog Trio?
No.
Pot Pot Pie Pie?
Nope.
No, it's Gary.
Gary's smart. Gary knows things.
I know he's smart and he knows things. I just don't want him to beat me.
Okay, what's the final score?
It's not a personal thing. Like, I like Gary.
Okay.
But
Hot Wings total points is 138. No.
No, 139. That's 71-68.
You better talk to the guy who's running this. He has you at 114, and if that's the case, you don't have a chance.
How does he have me at 114?
Because he hates us.
Jesus, Phil, how'd you do that math? Terrible at math.
I got one guy at 146, you at 114, one at 138, one at 150. Oh yeah, you're not winning. It doesn't matter what happens. You're not going to win.
Okay, well, this is the print off he has. So I'm going to let it go until he's totally wrong. And then because then somebody will have been alerted that they won.
You want to take money out of their hands?
Yes, I do. I think that would be
I think you should be proactive.
Remarkably gratifying.
There's no money.
I don't think you should do that.
If there were money, if there were, I think it would be very, very gratifying to be able to go, oh boy, I know Phil said that you won. But you'll see on the bracket that I actually gave him a copy of. In fact, he has the original in pen.
So Phil is still doing all this old school, like hand him a piece of paper and then he tallies it all up at the end of the
spreadsheets.
Yeah. Not only does he not change his outfit, but
50 different websites.
He's a nice man.
No, you can go to
he doesn't want
150 or 100
he
websites.
likes it. He's
got a system.
He's
offer these for free.
He's a stat nerd.
So there's
like
no
free
human
beer.
interaction.
He likes doing it.
He likes human interaction.
He's
well,
an
there's no
antique.
human screw up.
No, he doesn't.
Imagine all the not money that he hasn't taken from people in past years because of his math mess ups.
Oh.